Well, hey. It's your man Jimmy J, and right next to me is
Landry's legend. Where's our applause?
do we get one this week?
We were supposed to have some.
Only Sammy gets the applauses? What a shame. Welcome. If you are brand new here, as Sammy would say, you are on the best Cowboys content YouTube podcast show, whatever you want to call it, you're here. You're welcome. You have arrived. Where? Destination it. That's where. What's up, everybody in the chat? Make sure you're hitting the like, hitting the subscribe, turning on the notifications, doing the right things, and fanning responsibly. Landry, how good of a show do we have today?
Oh, we got an awesome, scary Halloween special because that's what the Cowboys season looks like so far. Not a lot of good news on the Dallas Cowboys, but a lot of entertainment.
You went there immediately with the puns.
That's what it is.
I love it. Okay. Well, yeah, no, I can't blame you. Boo. That's about how scary they are. And I don't think that scared anybody, if you get what I'm saying. All right, so let's get on. We got to kick this thing off.
Run us down here.
Game plan.
Okay, we're gonna kick the show off. We'll do that very shortly. Normally, Sammy would say it all. This week, she's trick-or-treating right now. Okay, so she's out and about. Everybody wish her safe trick-or-treatings. Road to 6. It's a scary road to 6. It's going to be the most frightening road to 6, I think. We've never beat Kyler Murray, and he's never lost an AT&T. We're going to talk all about it. Halftime, we'll remind you to get some candy if you've already got some. If not, check your candy. There's crazies out there. Scary stat of the week. No stars this week. Only fear. You should be frightened. Spinning the record. Yeah, no joke. Chicka. I'm sure the record is a negative right now. We'll talk all about it. We've got some. Oh, it deserves to be scratched and not repaired. The Star We Are updates. We've got a couple, so stay tuned to find out what they are. I think, 2-minute spiel. I'll probably give it to you this week. I think it was Landry and Sammy last, so it's about my turn. With that being said, kick the show off, Coach.
Go.
The kickoff.
And the play that lives in infamy. Also, what can live in infamy is you in your photos when you're wearing your Cowboy Revolution apparel gear. And how do you get it cheaper? TSWA, 4 simple digits. You put those in when you're placing an order under the promo code section. They'll get you 15% off. Also, you compare it with their, coupons and current discounts. That's really cool. Also, if you're not into that and you're like, yeah, that didn't really excite me, I bet some Dubby will. DUBBY, because it's really good for you and it's really delicious. I stand on that. It's not scientifically proven or nothing. That's just Jimmy's word, but Jimmy's word is bond. And you'll get 10% off if you also use TSWA on those things. Welcome to the Star We Are.
I'm a fan of the Star We Are.
What's up, everybody? I'm Super Cowboy.
And I'm Princess Angie, and you are tuned in.
Hi, this is Jane Slater, and you are listening to...
I'm Jess Navarez, and you're watching The Star We Are.
If you're not following them, you are not fanning responsibly.
Plugged in and switched on. This is The Star We Are, live.
Happy Halloween. It's October 31st. Make sure you're being safe out there. Safety first, right, Coach?
Yeah, safety first during Halloween. You talking about with the kids and the candy? Safety first. Safety first with your football team? Where are you leading me?
Yeah, no, I'm in this coming up draft. Safety first.
Nice.
We better go get one. You like that? Did you like that?
Yeah.
All right. I had that one in the pocket all day. Yeah. I was like, I'm going to say that on the show. It's going to be so good. I hope it landed.
And I think you've got the safety in mind.
Caleb down, straight up and get him. I don't care. We got the room. We got.
It's just the only way to roll if you're getting a safety. You have to get the one in the year where there's a bona fide number one safety. You gotta get that one.
Thank you. Friends agree with each other. See, that's how it's supposed to be, guys.
20-something years since the Cowboys did that. 20-something years since the Cowboys did that. Roy Williams. Ooh. Yeah, Roy Williams is going to be your last first-round safety.
It was Roy. I'll be okay. Well, speaking of Roy, no, we're not going to speak of Roy. That's in the past. Also, what's in the past is the Denver Broncos, but unfortunately, we got to go down the road to 6 and talk about them.
Ruined.
Road to 6.
We got chat popping up. Eric in the chat, Mike in the chat. Got Mexican in the chat. Great name.
Welcome in. So it's the fear year, blimp. It is the year to fear if you are a fan. November 4th is the deadline. Are we going to get some help? You can see all the stuff here. We got Arizona in 3 days. The ghost of Kyler Murray lives in AT&T. We're going to be at home. Freddie is going with us because it's our worst nightmare, and so he's traveling in the window with us. This is just we have the NFL's least feared defense in the league. I believe that nobody's afraid of us. Coach, listen, there's the top 3 offenses currently in the league right now. It goes in this order: the Indianapolis Colts,
Mm-hmm.
the Dallas Cowboys,
Mm-hmm.
and whoever's playing the Dallas Cowboys. Those are the top 3 offenses in your league right now. It's just that simple. And so the number 3 offense, the Arizona Cardinals, happen to be coming into AT&T this week because they're playing our defense. Do you have any confidence?
A Mexican caught a Highway 6 in the Road to 6 intro there. Yes, first person to catch the Highway 6. Do I have any confidence? No, I haven't had confidence in 2 or 3 weeks. I haven't had confidence if someone asked me are we going to win this game in 3 or 4 weeks, and I probably won't for the rest of the year, just because of how porous the defense is. I'm confident that our offense can score 40 points and therefore give you a chance to beat any team. But and pretty confident that they can do that almost any week. But we can lose. We can tie.
Yeah.
We haven't lost yet scoring 40. We've only tied scoring 40.
Right. And people would be quick to say, well, hold on, y'all just only put up, only like 17 points this last week. That's the number 1 defense that's on historic pace in some categories. They just really are. They're on historic pace for sacks in a season as a team. They've got the best corner in football and a couple good safety. I mean, they're really loaded, very well coached. They do. They have the DPOY, and they'll probably have him again this year. I think he's going to listen. They're really, really good. Their defense is really.
Coach, you're going to love
really
this one in the
good.
chat. Thomas BB in the chat.
What is he saying?
Getting 9 or 10 wins. He's still on board with my number of 10 and getting you to the playoffs. Getting 9 or 10 wins this season.
Listen, I'm not gonna. I've got a fan responsibility, Tom. I can't let you just come on here and keep blasting that blasphemy all over this show. No, I love the confidence. 9 or 10 wins. Listen, we're fixing to get. Welcome, Mr. BB, in the show. Speaking of, we're fixing to get Cooper back, full participant yesterday. Love to see that. We're fixing to get Savone Revel.
Yeah, he's gonna
fixing
play,
to get Demo.
He gonna play on Monday night.
Yeah, and you know what? He called it when he was on the show. He said probably Arizona, so that he had it. And we do get some reinforcements coming, right? We do. While we're on the road to 6, the second half of our schedule gets harder. And if there's a time you ever needed some reinforcements or maybe something that can bolster what's been a very, very bad defense, it's right now. It's got to start happening. Is it the bye week after Arizona?
Yes. But I don't want to be misquoted. November 4th up there on the blimp. That's the trade deadline, and that's a concerning thing at this point because we do absolutely nothing or next to nothing. The closest thing I've heard circulating, like realistically through multiple channels, is something like a Jermaine Johnson from the Jets for a day 2 pick, a guy with 11 sacks in his first 2 years and who was injured last year. That's not going to, that's certainly not the move. So if none of those things happen, then it becomes so concerning for the rest of the year. About building anything else other than knowing what we know. We got an offense. We're gonna have to, we need a lot of players on defense.
You got to do something, and you got to know that regardless if Pickens gets paid, right? Because I think when you saw CeeDee Lamb go down, you saw what our offense could still be with at least a number 1 dominant wide receiver. So regardless of Pickens sticking around or not, which I know we all want him to, this offense is still ready to go. You still have to get it a defense ASAP. It can't be that kind of thing where we can use these 4 picks over 2 years and be like, okay, look, 3 years down the road, the rest of this season and 2 more full years down the road, hey, offense, we got you a defense. That offense might not even look the same. Who knows how Tyler Guyton develops? Who knows if you're going to get Booker paid? I mean, there's a lot that goes into keeping a roster the same every year. You can see how vastly our defense turned over this year. So,
certainly over the course of the past 2 or 3, so quickly.
so quickly.
Paying up those
Trevon
leads to your
Diggs.
defense after me hyping up the offense. Last week it was the offense was flying a mile high, and we've got the best offense. And that's just been, we're broken record right now. That's been the story. That's been a story since almost day one. You didn't know it against the Eagles. You kind of you saw an improved run game and a couple of those things, and since then it's pretty much been the same story and a broken record. I guess if we're prelude later on this show.
It is no, for sure. Yeah, no, we won't talk about this team's quarterback too much.
Denver,
I,
but more about Denver though. Maybe more about Denver. Everything
oh
that you
God, what
said
about it?
in a pregame video, I think it was the night before. You had a 3 keys video that came out.
So my 3 keys to winning the Denver game was in this order from least important to most important was third down percentage. The Broncos were not good as an offense you know getting first down,
23rd
converting
in the
on
league, I
first
remember
downs.
them being going
23rd in
into
the
the
league,
game.
36%. That's how often they converted on third down. The defense just needed to keep them around that number, 40 or less, right? That was my number one key. Number two was your offense had to get into the end zone, which we didn't do this, a minimum of 3 times. Denver's defense averaged 1.6 touchdowns allowed. We needed to double that to double the pressure on their defense. Our offense wasn't able to do it. Their defense won that game. We had a chance early on and we shot ourselves in the foot over and over with the number one most important thing I said to win this game was discipline, because Denver went into the last week the 32nd. There's only 32 teams in the league, guys. The 32nd ranked defense in the NFL in penalties. They give up the most penalty yards, the most penalties per game. They give up the big bad penalties, right?
We doubled them up.
We lost that. Not only did we do that, Coach, we had our worst penalty game of the season. My number one key to last week's game was discipline, and we were the least disciplined we've been all year.
And again, you can double or triple the cost of those penalties when you know when and where they came, like from the 1 yard line on second and goal.
Second and goal. Where you seen it on the
Happy Halloween to everybody in the chat.
That's right. No, happy Halloween. Appreciate that, guys. Appreciate you spending an hour of your evening with us. Hopefully, if you've got kiddos out there, they're being safe. If you're taking them out later, you guys be very, very safe. Check your candy and eat it all while the kids are asleep. Listen, I'm a pro at this. Trust me. You can take my advice.
There's so much candy coming back here. Like I'm getting candy. They want to act like no, you have 9 pounds of candy, 8.5.
Come off the candy, kiddos.
No, I mean, I'm asking for a few pieces out of your 600 pieces. You're gonna be all right.
The rule in my house is if you end up with 7 to 8 Reese's, I'll let you keep 2. Tops. I'm gonna need the rest. No, I'm just kidding. So are we ready to go ahead and break into halftime? What do we do? We have a star stat right after halftime?
Yeah.
I know it's an early halftime because we didn't have Sammy with us this week. Again, y'all wish her some safe trick or treating out there.
Yeah, we gave a little bit of the injury news on her part. We had Cooper Beebe. We're not expecting Demo, right? We're not expecting Demo.
No, and as far as just a quick update on that going into this week, the injury report is virtually identical of last week, except for the guys who basically got healthy that everybody knows of. So you're still not going to get Savone or Demo back yet. That'll be after the bye week, but everybody else. Guyton had popped up on the list again, but from what I understand, he's good. Don't know what that was. So I think we're everybody we had last week plus a Cooper Beebe. So that's a lot. Let me tell you, that's the center of your offensive line. He's one of the strongest guys in our locker room. It means something. Trust me. I think he's the key to unlocking this offense even just a little more, especially in the run game.
That's fantastic. Trade for someone on defense. Let's go to halftime.
Cool. Make sure you grab your refreshments, your snacks, your pair, your lady, your dog, whatever you got to grab. You get it, you grab it, and you fan responsibly. How do I do that, Jimmy? Smash the like, smash subscribe, turn on notifications. Join us every single week here. Check out the Wednesday show, AM Mayhem, where Jimmy will be letting it all out, and you can let out the stress with me. Landry's got a show coming up. Sammy's got a show coming up. We'll give you all that in the updates later. But thank you for being with us on this Halloween. Coach, halftime is fun, but you know what's even more fun? Halftimes can be fun with the cheerleaders and the whole thing, right? And the hoopla and the hooray, sometimes a little band, sometimes a nice show. But what's even more fun is a haunted house. Have you ever been to a good haunted house?
I can't say I've ever been to a good one.
No good ones?
No, I mean, I'm not sure if the if the audience heard me
Okay.
there, so I'll say it again. I kept my
Yeah,
mic
do we
may have
got a
been
little
off, but I got you. Well, my mic may have been off on this scene here, but hey, no, I don't know if I've ever been to a good one. I've been
got you.
just to like a backyard one. Yeah, one like someone in a neighborhood had a big enough backyard and like did a decent amount of work, but nothing like professional. But go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I think we do have some I am catching some lag on the YouTube end. So let's see what we can't do to clean that up really quick. Bear with us 1 second, guys, if you're here with us. Should be
Just
catching it
hold.
back up. Yeah, it's
Let's just hold for a minute here. I'll back out of a some heavier graphics there. Maybe we'll get you to catch up. Again, I can on my end everything looks smooth. I can just see
yeah.
your frames dropping a little bit. I'm not seeing it on YouTube. Anyways, it is. Here we go.
So it looks like we're kind of back. So there we go. We're through halftime. What I was saying is that halftime is fun, but what's even funner is a haunted house. Have you ever been to one?
I haven't been to like a professional one, just an amateurish one in a backyard.
Okay. If you happen to go to AT&T this Monday night, you're gonna see a haunted house. And the star of that haunted house is gonna be Killer Kyler.
Star Stat of the Week.
He's not playing.
Horrific.
He's not playing. He is undefeated in his haunted house known as AT&T Stadium.
Yeah.
And this Halloween weekend, Kyler Murray is coming to AT&T to put on a show.
This dates all the way back to I think his sophomore, maybe his junior season. I'm not sure the first year. I guess they won 3 straight state titles. That was tough.
Tough.
So I guess that's going to be his sophomore year at Allen. That's 3 state titles at Allen. I think 2 bowl games at Oklahoma, and then 4 against us. I think that adds up to 9-0 for Kyler Murray at AT&T Stadium.
I think it's only like I said, it's only 2 or 3. Josh Dobbs was injured one game, and Josh Dobbs come in, but the Cardinals still beat us. But as far as Kyler Murray himself, yeah, he's undefeated in AT&T, and it's weird, right? Because you say that guys play like everybody gives us their Super Bowl, or everybody gives the Chiefs their Super Bowl. Or they play up there, they play to their best. Some people think that that's bogus. Kyler Murray has played his best football in that building, and I don't know if that's even like a statistic debate. Like he's had good games.
Yeah, no, it's probably not a
just
statistic debate. The 9-0 is a good start.
It's a good undefeated in a place is a really good thing to be. If we were 9-0 the last times we played at home, we would have a better record this season. So it's a good record. Hopefully, let us know in the chat if we're back with you guys or if we're still lagging. Everything looks smooth on our end. So just let us know. And thanks again for being with us. Yeah, Killer Kyler is coming. They just gave Green Bay a pretty good game.
Mm-hmm.
At home. Green Bay was on the road. It was a close one. They had a chance to come back and tie it or win it there at the end. It was like a 24-17 ball game or 24-20 ball game.
We haven't contained a mobile quarterback in honestly in 2 years. And certainly not even close. We've had the most problems with the mobile quarterbacks this year, other than Jaden, outside of Jaden Daniels, who didn't have any receivers.
Yeah, listen. I got yelled at for being precautious on Victory Monday. Like, hey, well, can we just enjoy this victory? And I was like, should we enjoy this victory?
In the post game chats and stuff. The post game.
We got
spaces.
Denver around the corner, and we were playing a quarterback who had no receivers, and our offense put 17 first quarter points up on him. So it's like, what? They were in a bad spot from the jump street. Yeah, no, this is the usually.
And the scary. Because I was just reading it right. It's scary stat of the week this week, and I got to touch on that because there's Kyler Murray's not supposed to be up here. This is reserved for Cowboys. The best performance that a Cowboys player had, even in a loss this season. We've thus far we've stuck with a Cowboys player. They weren't there, guys. We didn't have a sack that we want. Let's go back to that pressure and how we got to trade for a defensive end and how this all really ties in on Halloween tonight.
Yes.
0 sacks, which that's happened before. That's not unreal. I mean, it shouldn't happen. 1 quarterback hit.
Ugh. And it was probably a flag. No, I'm
One,
just kidding.
like one
Yeah, no, that's bad.
pressure, even.
Right.
Sir.
No, even if there was pressure, there was, and it was so early in the game. We had a third down stop after we shot ourselves in the foot with a penalty on the 1 yard line that
Mhm.
held us to getting 3 instead of 7. And then on the next drive, it's a 3rd and 9. We get a stop. We do get pressure. We do kind of get there. He throws a bad throw into the ground. Oh, you were lined up offside, Sam's Williams. Good job. They get a retry. They march it all the way down the
Like
field.
the
It's the game
crucial
7-3.
penalties. Mhm.
Like 11-point swings for stuff like that. And
So
so that's to me, that's what's the scariest.
many.
Now,
Go ahead.
no, I was just going to say, because you alluded to the star stat of the week. Like Coach said, it usually is a Cowboys player. We switched it up, obviously, for Halloween. There's no Cowboy to talk about being a star right now. They need to actually, and you can go, Coach. I just wanted to say, this team to me has to earn the star that's even on the helmet before we can put one of them back in that box right there. I just listen.
Well,
Go ahead.
I still got nothing against basically anybody on offense. It's just
I'm
this
with
is
you.
this is the week Dak Prescott did throw 2 interceptions. One of it, one of them his worst throw of the season, really bad one. The first one where you're like, oh, and you
His
kind of
worst
cringe.
game for sure.
And therefore that kind of trickles over. You did have CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens both kind of do their thing. I think they both had one had 7, one had 8
As much
catches.
as they could,
They
yeah.
both had about 80 yards, but because Dak Prescott doesn't throw 4 touchdowns this week, and we don't score 40 this week. None of the receivers necessarily lit it up. It did the job. Javante gone again. Maybe Cooper can do that. I guess I could say that maybe Cooper could make that kind of an impact on an offense that I was saying was
Oh,
cooking so
definitely.
much, because 2 out of the last 3 weeks have been duds on the running
Yep.
game. So,
Yep.
and when we had so much spark and so much hope for that early on.
No, the last couple of times we ran the ball well, it was honestly, I think we were running it off the pass.
Mm.
Our receivers and Dak were just eating so much that every time we handed it off, there was room to be had. And so that's part of it. That's scary stat of the week for this week. Sorry it wasn't one of your beloved Dallas Cowboys, but they did we couldn't find anybody that deserved it. Coach is right, the offense is still lights out. But you know what? Even still though, coach, and then we'll move on. Even still, just because you're up against the number 1 defense in the league, if you are that offense, you still gotta kind of show up, right? You can't just look like
Right, and
the number 1
you
defense
did kind
versus
of
the
show
number
up,
1 offense just got
and
smacked.
but it didn't. No, it did. It looked like they kind of showed up, but they had some un unlike them penalties and the things you said they
How
had to, the thing,
yeah, we can
and
yeah.
the 2 interceptions that in every other game had been avoided, but they weren't avoided again, and then against the number 1 defense, so it compounds
Right.
itself. But good and well, we could have scored 27,
We
in that game
should
right
have scored
there,
27. That's
and
right.
that's they're still good.
And that's
Offense.
what I believe a minimum is needed for this game. Well, we're
But
fixing
for
to
our
move
team
off
to
the
win,
Cardinal
that's yeah,
talk.
you're right.
Minimum of 27 in this game against the Cardinals, or
For
we
our team
don't
to win.
stand a chance, because there's a good possibility they score 30. And so if we don't score at least 27, I don't see it happening. What do we got next?
Spin the record.
Spin the record.
Chicky.
Oh,
No music this week.
oh yeah. Now we are, because it's Halloween.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess. It's I've listen, we prepared the beginning of this segment for excitement and joy. We're gonna have to put a misery song at the beginning, because this record
Yeah,
is
we're gonna
just
need 2
getting
records, I guess. I didn't plan on that one exactly.
so we
3,
need some Hall
3,
and
4, and
Notes, and
1.
we need some
They don't want it. The record's gone red. Back under. We've been fighting with that whole 501. We're back to 3, 4, and 1. And
and,
I
and
can't.
Papa BB still in the chat talking about
I
10 wins.
I can't. I honestly can't spin it past what I'm gonna do this week. Forward at all. Like, I don't know how much it'll change anymore. I don't know how interesting it'll be for me, because without a trade on defense, without and probably more than that, like 2 players and Demo's coming back, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, this isn't even the same defense. Malik Hooker's back. This is 3 or 4 different people. Um, spin this 3, 4, and 1, where we have to score 27 or 30 points to beat a team.
You asking me to do? You asking me to
No,
spend it?
no,
Okay.
Vegas. I'm back. I guess I'm back to Vegas at the beginning of the year. You know, they're those crazy odds makers and stuff saying outlandish things in terms of us. What they say, 7.5? Is that what they put us at? Got us on the over. Got us on the over.
You got us just on the
No,
over.
they
You
do.
got us at 8.
They've got us. 7.5 is over.
Oh, they.
I would have to be taking the under. Yeah, 7. What does that put us at with the one? It's so crazy. 7, 9, and 1. Is that the new record? Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. He did it. This man ain't been under 9 wins all season, and he just dropped it all the way down to 7, 9, and 1. Okay. That's brave. Let me just tell you, that's cool. I get if you win this game, because we're fixing to lose this game.
Mm.
We have a bye week, we'll beat Oakland. Then we have the likes of the the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Lions, the Eagles coming up again. For the last, I see us winning 3 more football games against the Raiders, the Giants, and maybe we'll beat the Commanders for the second time.
6, 10, and 1.
6, 10, and 1.
The scratch.
I've got like I said, our schedule gets harder. I know we get some guys back. I know
If
they
Miles
can
Garrett
improve.
and DeMarvion Overshown showed up after the bye week.
If you tell me, okay, first off, that means the
I'm
trade's
just-
happening. They got till
just-
we play a football game Monday night. I think 3:25 Eastern
That's what I know.
time on Tuesday is the trade deadline. So we're either making one in the next few hours tonight, tomorrow, which Jerry rarely ever does anything on Saturday,
That's
or Tuesday morning.
all right. So it's Tuesday morning, which is our bye week, and that's what I'm saying. If I told you that after the bye week, Miles Garrett and DeMarvion Overshown were coming, and Savone Rebel for what it's worth, but we kind of touched on that.
Then I'd make us 2 wins better. I'd go to 8 for you. I'd go to 8 with you, maybe 9.
Go to 8.
But you got to. But listen, they're not coming yet. You got to beat Killer Kyler first, so we can't even speak on none of that. You got to. If you lose this game and go to 3-5 and
That'd
1
be
with
more
the
what it
second
is.
half,
That's
of the
what we're
season
looking
coming
for
up,
next weekend. Then I guess. What if it's we beat Kyler? You know, we got it to 4-4-1, and the 2 things I'm talking
and
about.
then some reinforcements come. Well, then and that's that's why the segment exists, baby. Because every single week you got to spin this record. Who knows?
It was
Who
1 minute
knows?
ago. I was like, I don't think it's going to change much. It might be boring, and then I came up with all kind of scenarios.
We're already trying to change
It
it.
took
Yeah.
me no time. Came right up with that.
Oh, that's too funny. Yeah. No, I. 6 or 7 wins. I mean, I could go as high as 7 right now to be realistic, but 4 more wins. But because we've got we've played 8 games, we've got 9 left. We're gonna win. We're gonna win more than half of those games on the harder half of our schedule. We're gonna go 5 and 4. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to buy that. I can. If I see, like you said, that's why this segment is this, because when we get some reinforcements and those trades that you're talking about happen, you add Miles Garrett, get Demo. You know, maybe if
Find
you
out
even
you've
get
got
Demo
something in
back
Savone Rebel.
and add a Mika Fitzpatrick. Miami's bad. You know what? You could package together a deal and take Bradley Chubb and Mika Fitzpatrick from them.
Really?
And just work with one team and get both. That's where they're both at, and they're both trade targets, and they've both been, speculated to this team. And we need a safety and a pass rusher. They've got them both. We've got a bunch of first round picks, and we've got the money to pay them both as soon as they get here. So it may, that honestly, that would be if you tell me that happened, Minka Fitzpatrick plus Bradley Chubb, then Demo and Savone Revo eventually, then we'll be spinning this record again real soon.
Drafted a defensive end. Or 2.
Tom's already told us what he thinks. 10, 9 or 10. Y'all can let us know in chat what you think. How many wins? That's what the segment exists for. Right now, we're 3-4-1. After looking at the season and where we're at now, what's that win total? What do you get? How many wins can this team get? Who knows?
Just
We've got
realized I
some
got the
updates for
Terrifier
y'all.
hanging out right next to me.
You do, yeah. You didn't know that. It's terrifying. You did. That's why I snuck him in there.
It's
Sneaky.
Yeah, you ready for updates?
Yeah.
Updates.
updates. First off, every Friday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time,
Right here.
catch Coach and myself, and most of the time, Slam and Sammy right here on the YouTube,
Right
on
here.
some others, but yeah, right there where he's at and where I'm sitting. And next week, we should have Spotify, TikTok, Twitter, so many other sources of feeds going out there, right? We're fixing to try to expand, not just going to be on YouTube. The primary show will be on YouTube, but we're going to blast it out to all over the social.
Yeah, just more ways to find us and make sure that you don't miss that we're on, and basically
That's right.
to get notified that we're on. But if you're on any of those platforms, you want to get over here. You want to get active.
You don't
in
want to
the-
not
yeah.
fan responsibly. Yeah, you can't do that. You don't want to be
You-
caught in the
you can't
streets
be-
not
yeah.
fanning responsibly.
Can't be active in this chat or anything. Any chats that are going on any of these other sources we're not seeing right now because we're live on this show on YouTube, and that's where you got to be to engage
No
responsibly.
doubt about it. Yeah, yeah, that's right. And so also Jersey raffle coming up after the bye week. Stay tuned for that. A very good one, interesting. I think you guys will be happy. Obviously, you know how we do and why we do. We're hashtag Team Give Back. Fan responsibly to us means to give to the fans who can't from the fans who can, right? And also we raise money for youth sports charities and things like that. And so everything you do, if you want to help the Star We Are, it's the Star We Are on Cash App and Venmo. You can reach us on DM, and if you want to make a donation another way, and we'll shout you out. We'll keep it, private. It's totally up to you, but you can definitely contribute and support what we do. Last update is 2 new shows coming. Sammy is fixing to get a weekly show, hopefully really soon here in the next couple weeks. And Landry, you can take an outlook with Landry. I wonder if we don't have a stinger preview, do we, to show anybody on these updates, do we, Coach?
We don't have to show it on these updates. I've got it on another scene for you, but still putting the final polishing touches on that for the masses.
Final touches on. I think
a closer
you guys are
look
really
with
going to
Landry.
like
We don't do a ton of all ball on this.
That's right.
On this channel, but we're going to take one play a week, and go all the way in on the all 22 film, and
That's right. If the offense is in the high
how 22
or in the
people
eye
make
and
it
the
happen on
safety is
every
single
play.
high, that's right. You can figure it out. You're going to take a closer look with Landry. I keep saying outlook. It's a closer look. And like Coach said, you're going to dive into some football knowledge for you. That's going to be fun. Those are I like football segments. Jimmy's just a little too crazy. I'm a little too fanish. Coach is a little more solid and sturdy, and he'll teach you some ball around here, okay? And then, like I said, Sammy's also going to have her weekly show. So more things coming up. We're trying to grow. You can help us do that. And we won't take any more of your time. Usually we're a 1 hour show. I know it's only been 35 minutes, but no Sammy this week. It's Halloween.
Yeah.
I know everybody's got things to do.
No news and no we're structured around here. This is all built for X amount of time per segment, and with one less voice.
That's right.
We ran it a little quick for you tonight.
But that's all right. We've got things to do. We've got some trick or treating to do. Sun is going down. We don't want to be out too late, because when the sun goes down, the fun goes down, and stuff gets crazy on a Friday Halloween night. What coincidence that Halloween? It's one thing when it falls on like Tuesday and everybody does their trick or treating, and then they're still in the house in bed by 8:30, right? Not on a Friday night. Lock your doors, hide your kids, hide your wives, and hide your husbands, because they stealing everybody's candies out here. Okay.
There you go. You like the Halloween trap music? One more time. I'm gonna get you pumped up for the 2-minute spill.
Ooh, can I do the 2-minute spill over the music?
I can't get it turned down enough for you to do that right now.
Okay, fair.
So, the great Halloween show, and this will lead us into it.
Ooh.
All right, here we go. We are gonna run
2 minutes. Starting now.
Blow the whistle on him. The 2-minute spill. Who's that dragging my 2-minute spill across the floor like that? Don't you do that to me. We're all webbed up, and we're excited to bring you a weekly show every single week. It is the Star We Are. We started off the show by telling you that. We also started off the show by telling you to fan responsibly and get you some Cowboy Revolution apparel when you want to revolt against your Dallas Cowboys. You can wear some Cowboy Revolution apparel company gear with promo code TSWA and get 50% off. W Energy will get you hyped up for this upcoming game against Killer Kyler. If you use promo code TSWA, you get 10% off that DUBBY, because I said so. Also, we gave you the rundown of what we were going to see today. And what you saw today was an excellent Halloween special. We didn't have Sammy, though. We didn't get the news. No Sammy with us. Womp, 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 womp. So sad. Always love her being on the show. Team member number 3 might be team member numero uno to some of y'all, but she'll be back with us next week. We got on the road to 6. Not much to talk about. Denver smacked us. Arizona's going to smack us. I know that's just Jimmy's opinion, and you might think we're going to win. We're not. So the road to 6 is doomed again, once again, this Halloween weekend. And then we, reminded you to get your refreshments, fan responsibly at halftime, and follow us on all your socials. Do the right things. Make sure you smash that like and subscribe right now. Make sure you've done that for us. Star stat of the week wasn't a star. It was a scary stat of the week. It was Kyler Murray. We spun the record, and it was horrible. It's 3-4-1, and I don't think we're going to win more than 6 or 7 games. Coach is all the way down to 7 games with me. Tom Beebe is still up to 10 games in the chat. Confidence. He might be a little biased though. His boy plays center, so. But you know what? I've got some confidence. I'm going to try to get there with him, but not this week. I've got to see it, and then I gave you the updates and let you know everything we're going to do. I think did I get everything in? Was that my 2 minutes?
Oh yeah.
Did I get it all?
Yeah, you're right on time.
That's how it's done. That's how you do that. All right, guys. It ain't. Well, how do they say? It's been real and it's been fun, and
it's been real fun. I don't think that's how the saying goes, but that's what it is here.
I'm not sure. I don't do sayings. I do football games. And this Monday, we've got one that we absolutely must win. Any words of wisdom for our team and for the folks out there watching, Coach?
No, I've spent them thus far. I'm checking out the chat here. Micah's got words of wisdom for you. He says we're kicking ass on the graphics, and he's also upset that Sam's not here.
Likewise, sir. Yeah, no, the full trio is definitely what we're about. It's the star we are, and Landry and I might as well be one. So you can't even really call that a we, right? But no, what the star we are means is all of us across Cowboys Nation. It's the star we are. Are you? Y'all remember to always tell them, Coach.
Fan responsibly. We out.
I'm a fan of the Star we are.
What's up, everybody? I'm Super Cowboy.
And I'm Princess Angie, and you are tuned in.
Hi, this is Jane Slater, and you are listening to.
I'm Jess Navarez, and you're watching The Star We Are.
If you're not following them, you are not fanning responsibly.
Plugged in and switched on. This is the Star We Are.